Hi, I'm John, and in today's video I will tell you how to reverse type 2 diabetes without medication for fast results. Welcome to Diabetes Free, the place where you get advice, motivation and inspiration for a happy and healthy life. Of course, diabetes free. I completely understand how having diabetes can make you feel on a daily basis. Probably you are concerned with not being able to lose weight, which the medicine seems to put on and keep on. Maybe you are feeling anxious or frustrated for not being able to effectively treat your type 2 diabetes despite all your efforts, or simply you are tired of pricking your fingers with painful and expensive needles every day. In this video I'm going to show you how to reverse type 2 diabetes safely and sustainably without the side effects of drugs or the risks of gastric bypass surgery. What do you have to do to eliminate the financial burden of pharmaceuticals and doctor visits? Feel lighter, healthier, look younger and more energetic just in 2 weeks. If you stay until the end of this video, you will know the method that changed my family's life and helped me to reverse diabetes. But before that, if you want to see more videos about how to reverse type 2 diabetes, please subscribe to the channel, like the video and tick the notification bell. I also have in the description my free PDF with 7 tips to make your life instantly better as a diabetic. There's no mystery in reversing type 2 diabetes. Your body is an amazing healing machine. It will heal naturally, and it will reverse insulin resistance if we allow it to do its job. Diabetes is not only a heavy burden, but a slippery one too. Unlike catching a cold, diabetes doesn't develop overnight. It takes decades of excess insulin flooding our body, and over the years our cells become more and more resistant to insulin. As we age, our body needs more and more insulin to do the same job as with less insulin years ago. As our body becomes more insulin resistant, blood sugar becomes harder and harder to control. It's the insulin's job to remove the sugar or glucose from our blood. Insulin is a very powerful fat creation and fat storage hormone. We don't gain weight as we age. We accumulate body fat, right around the middle. We call that an insulin belt. Unless we can't get rid of this insulin problem, that insulin belt will continue to grow. A diabetes diagnosis is a serious warning. It means we've reached the critical phase of the slow and steady worsening of our health and quality of life. It also means medication, pills, and insulin injections. And as our body becomes even more insulin resistant, which it will be, unless we figure out how to reverse diabetes. The daily dose of medications increase in dosage and you will get additional medications to deal with the complications of diabetes. Diabetics don't need more medication. They need the knowledge of how to reverse insulin resistance. To understand how to reverse type 2 diabetes, let's start with the basics, insulin. We have a complicated relationship with the insulin. Without insulin we die, but if we take too much of it, the quality of our life slowly decreases. Insulin, among other things, is our fat creation and fat storage hormone. So while the medical team recommends to lose weight, they are injecting you with insulin that makes you gain weight. Now I want to be very clear. Everybody needs insulin to stay alive. This is non-negotiable. However, the quantity of the insulin is the game changer. The short answer to reverse diabetes naturally is dietary fat. In fact, fat is our body's optimal fuel and will keep us slim, strong and sane. Relying on glucose or carbohydrates for fuel is what's killing us. Suppressing the amount of insulin our body produces through strategic food choices, consistently opting for more fat than carbohydrate, is the path to reverse this condition. It's really about tracking carbohydrates rather than stacking carbohydrates. And that's easier to do than one might think. Each and every food on the planet is a combination of fats, proteins and carbohydrates. Fats and proteins are essential for life. It's non-negotiable. However, we don't need any amount of carbohydrates to sustain life. We will not only stay alive, but we will thrive without carbohydrates. If you listen to my advice, your type 2 diabetes will be reversed naturally without medications and you will enjoy a brighter outlook on life, each and every day, without all the blood sugar ups and downs. Our body can and will create its own supply of glucose, in just the right amount that our body might need at any particular time from both protein and fat automatically. With very low carbohydrate intake, our body will create ketones, a far superior fuel that is long-lasting and clean-burning. Ketones are fuel that our cells actually prefer and comes from both our dietary and body fat. In the following videos I will talk more about ketones. Learning this information was a game changer in my family's life. It literally saved my life. The American Diabetes Association recommends the consumption of up to 240 grams of carbohydrates daily. What they don't tell you is that the human body is designed to operate optimally at a blood sugar amount of 4 grams, How consuming 240 grams of carbohydrates can be a good idea when our body is designed for just 4 grams. And if you are diabetic, your blood sugar regulating system is already compromised. Do you think it's smart to pour more glucose into your already overflowed bloodstream? Every gram of glucose we eat will have a corresponding insulin response. The cure for type 2 diabetes is to simply follow what scientists say. By applying basic science, diabetes can be cured. Feel lighter, healthier, look younger and more energetic. Changing your diet sounds easy, but in reality it's way more complicated than you think. Eating healthy requires a lot of knowledge, experience and practice. Taking out the carbs from your diet is not enough. This is why I created a free PDF with my best tips for people with type 2 diabetes. With this guide you'll never have to worry ever again about being overwhelmed by the daily care and vigilance the disease requires. So click on the link in the description now to get your free download. If you want to watch more videos on how to reverse type 2 diabetes, make sure to subscribe to my channel. See you next time.